Okay, so I'm starting out using some Trader Joe's gold potatoes. They're just really delicious and I feel like they work really, really well. They kind of have like a really nice soft texture and they have like a creamy taste. So I used a few of those. So I used 5 medium-sized potatoes and I just washed them, that's why they're kind of glistening. Make sure you get all the soap off. I washed them with soap just so that there's nothing on them, no dirt, anything, because you never know. And I just am going to cut them myself. These are going to be fresh cut fries, so I'm going to season them myself, cut them myself, and use special oil and all that stuff. So yeah, so let's get cutting. Okay, so since I'm not using a cutting board right now, I have a potato and a knife. I'm just going to be really careful. Just be very careful with your fingers. So I'm just going to make rough slices using just a really sharp knife. Just make like rough, because these are going to be like fresh cut fries. They're going to be thick and rough and, you know, really like homey, like very homey, like, I don't know. I love when you go to a restaurant and they give you these thick, you know, like not symmetrical pieces of fry and they're just like perfect and crunchy and golden. And that's kind of what we're aiming for here. Something that's very restaurant-y but still homey at the same time, if that makes sense. So I'm just like roughly cutting them. Be very careful with your fingers. And I'm just kind of gonna cut them on angles, all that good stuff. So I want there to be enough for, you know, a bunch of people. So I'm not gonna make them too big. Like this piece we're gonna cut into 2. So we're just gonna do this until we have a bunch of fries. So you have something like this. So we're just gonna keep doing that with the other 4 potatoes and then I'll show you what we get. You also wanna just make sure your potatoes are fresh. We just got these the other day, Trader Joe's, so I know they're fresh and perfect. Just really be careful of your fingers because it's not pleasant if you cut yourself on them. So I'm not frying these, that's kind of the big deal here. We're not gonna fry the french fries, we're gonna bake them. And we're gonna use olive oil. Usually I'll use olive oil or coconut oil, but sometimes coconut oil comes off too strong, so we're just gonna use some olive oil and special seasonings that I like personally on my fries that you really can't find anywhere else other than if you make them yourself. A lot of times, a lot of restaurants just put on salt and pepper or whatever it might be, but I like to put special seasonings that I just personally like. So you can always just spice it up however you want to make your own special french fry that you really can't get anywhere else. And it's so fun, you guys. Like, I love just like sitting here like making french fries. Like, how cool is that? Like, you actually have the ability to just sit down and make your own french fries. So now we have a really full plate. We have 2 more potatoes to cut, but first, because my room is running out, I'm just gonna grab a pan. Cover this in tin foil, and I do a size like this, and then one going the other way so that no oil leaks off of it. And I kind of just wrap it in an overlapping manner all around like that. Then I press it down to make sure all the corners are covered, and I grab olive oil spray by Trader Joe's, of course, and I just give this a good once over so that it's all covered. Whoop. And then if you're like me, you just like hit everything with the spray can. Now that we have our tray completely covered, we're going to light the oven to 450. And we're gonna let it sit and set up, and it takes about 10 minutes to warm up. So as we're doing this, we're gonna cut the rest of our potatoes. So now that all of the potatoes are cut, we're going to start setting up the spices. So I'm using sweet basil, za'atar, paprika, salt, and pepper. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay these out on this tray, which you can see here. And then we're just gonna pour some olive oil on top and sprinkle the spices evenly and distribute it all around the pan. So we're going to take our olive oil, this is also from Trader Joe's, and we're going to put it down to the side. And we're going to pick up the french fries and we're kind of just going to lay them down. And you can kind of just pile them on first, and then we're going to distribute them evenly. Make sure your hands are washed, please. You don't want any like duty butt fingers or anything like that. So then you're going to take your olive oil and you're going to drizzle it evenly all across your french fries, and being a little bit generous, but the spout doesn't put too much, so you want to just make sure that it's not too much because you don't want them actually soaked in oil. I'm going to first take my salt, because obviously all French fries are made with salt, and we're going to carefully apply it. This is art. Put this all over the French fries. And then we are going to take our pepper. This is organic black pepper, and there's not much left, so we're just going to be careful and just put it all around. Be careful you don't make a mess. Not much comes out of there, but then you have something like this. Then we are going to take our paprika, which is one of my favorite spices ever, and sometimes I'm a little bit more generous with this. Just make sure that whatever you use, you kind of test out the proportions of how much to use so that nothing is overwhelming. I know personally that I like more paprika, but it's not too overwhelming, so just make sure that you kind of test it out. That's kind of the beauty of French fries, though, is that you can just like, not that difficult to just test out on a potato. So the next one we're taking is za'atar, which is an amazing spice that we put on everything in this house. And I'm just gonna also generously apply this all over. And the beautiful thing too is that you don't always have to reapply the spices after you put this in the oven. If you want to flip them, which is something really, you know, I like to do, sometimes I'll just leave them in there the whole 30 minutes. Sometimes I'll flip them after 15 and then just leave the spices. You don't have to reapply because it's going to be all soaking in the oil. Last but not least, I'm applying the sweet basil, and I'm gonna just kind of a little bit here and there. Not too much. This is kind of just for color and a little tang. So now we are going to put the French fries in the oven carefully. That looks delicious. I'm going to close that, and we're going to put the timer on for 15 minutes. And you let that stay in there for 15 minutes, and then after that's done, we'll take them out and flip them. So of course, while I'm waiting for my French fries to bake, I'm watching Shannon Rose's channel because I love her to death. Oh, doggy shake. What's wrong, silly bear? My doggy's so cute. She just like has to shake when she gets up. I love her. I'll show her in a minute. But I'm just watching Shannon's channel because I love her so much. She's so positive, and I mean, everyone's been through stuff, so she just helps everyone. I love her so much. And they're so cute together, Shannon and Travis. Like, I'm not usually one of those people who's like, oh my god, these people are so cute, or whatever, like watching people's lives, but like, they're funny. They're really funny, and I love them. And of course, I'm just sitting here. I should be studying for the GRE like a good undergrad student getting ready for grad school, but instead I am sitting here watching Shannon's channel and eating these really amazing, actually I'm just gonna put them here and show them because, whoa, this lighting's wacky. These really delicious gluten-free chocolate chip cookies that are ridiculous. They're by Lara's Bake Shop. They're so good. I don't eat gluten. It kind of hurts my stomach, so of course, while I'm waiting for fresh cut fries with nothing bad in them, I'm eating gluten-free chocolate chip cookies with cane sugar in them. But you know what? They're amazing. If you want to have a cheat whatever and you want cane sugar, these are awesome. There's no gluten, they're delicious, they're crunchy. And if you're having that time of the month and Mother Nature is making you crave chocolate like she is doing for me right now, these are perfect. I'm gonna show you my doggy because she's being really cute. And hi, baby. Hi. Oh, butt in the camera. Oh my god, who's posing? Yeah, hi. Hi, butt. She's like, I don't want to be on camera. Oh, who's beautiful though? Hi, baby. Good girl. And of course, here's Jack, not paying attention to anything, just laying. I love him, my little chub. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to studying now, and I will get back to you when I have to flip my fries. So this page I just had to share with you. So the test maker's favorite GRE words, right? Okay, so here's a whole bunch of words that they want you to know in case maybe you don't remember them, or you don't really know them, or you never heard of them, or they just kind of are more advanced words, whatever the case may be. But I just want to stop and pause for a second. I must be hungry or something because I saw this word and I thought it said sausage. I just need to tell you, I just saw sausage on the test maker's favorite GRE words page. So anyway, so this is what it looks like after 15 minutes. Oops, sorry. So now we're just gonna flip them. So they don't have to be like perfectly flipped, just as long as you get a majority of them flipped. You can even just do what I'm doing, kind of just like roll them around This is just so like the majority of the French fries kind of get a nice golden crispy color. So I'm gonna put this down, continue flipping, put them back in for another 15 minutes, and then they are ready. Okay guys, so this is what they look like when they come out. They're perfectly golden, crispy brown, and delicious looking. So this is what they look like, and they're going to be so delicious and crunchy and perfect. I always like to put them on top of a paper plate just to kind of soak up any of the extra oil. I move them around so that they can all get touched by the paper, you know, whatever, and they are perfect. Look how crunchy. Do you see that? Let's see if I bite it, if you can hear the crunch. Did you hear that? They're delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up if you like this kind of video, like a healthy kind of rendition of cooking traditional stuff, or just in general like healthy meals. I really enjoy doing this stuff. I'm very much into health and fitness, inner beauty, all that kind of stuff, like what makes your skin feel great, your body feel great, things that are great for you, nutrition, all that stuff. So let me know if you like this video, and I'll do so many more of them because they're fun. I get to make things, share with you, and then I get to eat it. So how cool is that? So anyway, thank you. I'm sending you all of my love and good vibes, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.